guys, welcome back to my channel. So about a year ago I made a video called like the ultimate travel guide for Montreal, and you guys have been loving that video. It's like one of my most popular videos on this channel, so I decided why not make a second part. Since I did make that like a year ago, I have gone to Montreal like 2 or 3 more times since I made that video and tried all new places. If you have never watched the first video, definitely check that out because I'm not really going to be repeating anything that I mentioned. I'll link the first part down below and up in the card along with my travel guide that I made last year. I'm going to link a playlist that has all my vlogs from Montreal that goes more in depth of like what we do and where we eat, where we stay. It's honestly really hard to decide where to go because there's so many good places and there's still so many more places I want to try out. First place I actually talked about in my other video, but I never went to it at that point, and we went to it on this trip, and it's the Avenue. Anyone who have ever talked about Montreal has probably heard it because it's like the most well-known restaurant there, and we've never gone to it because every time you go there there's like a 2-hour lineup. You go right when it opens. It's a little more calm, there's not as many people. I think it's really busy around like brunch lunchtime. The best place I've ever been to in my life. It was so amazing. It was so like different. It's a very unique restaurant. There's all this like art on the walls, and there's like this giant motorcycle that like hangs. The bathrooms are literally insane. Like you see it all in my vlog. And when I went, I had these like carrot cake pancakes, and I still dream about those. They were so delicious. Besides the natural cake, so if you go there, definitely share it with someone. Next place, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna put it on the screen. We went to it kind of early and it was really busy, but there was actually room for us, and it's like a huge restaurant. The inside's very cute. They have like a menu just full of juices and smoothies, and even for meals they had so many options. I had a crepe and it was a really good crepe. Sometimes when you go there like too thick or like too raw, this was like perfectly cooked, really delicious. And the next place is Universe Déjeuner and Grill something. It was on so many different websites and it looked like really good. The pictures looked amazing. Right beside like a hotel. That's like the restaurant the people at the hotel recommend to the people staying there. So it was so busy when we went, but it's like a huge restaurant. And when we went, they messed up my order, so I was not happy with it, but I was eating like everyone else's food while I was waiting, and everyone else's food was really delicious. I just don't recommend ordering a crepe if you go there. This place I have never gone to, but I really want to go next time we go. I hear so many good things about it. A lot of even like locals on like different websites recommend this. I see so many pictures on Instagram, and this is apparently just like a really good place to go for breakfast. Moving on to like desserts slash treats, bakeries, cafes. The first place I'm gonna mention I've never been to. I think it's better for a smaller group of people, called Tommy. I've never been to it, but like my friends have gone and they say it's really good. It's a really cute cafe. There's 2 layers to it. Apparently if you go, you're supposed to sit upstairs because upstairs is way cuter. The downstairs area isn't that big. Next place we went to is called Rockaberry. I saw this picture on Instagram of this one like blueberry crumble cheesecake, but after I saw that picture I was like, we need to go there. And it's near the St. Joseph's Church, and we went there early in the morning, so we decided to go there for like lunch. And we went there expecting there only to be like pies and cakes. So when we walked into like the little shop, it was just like pies. So we thought you could only like buy a whole pie, but then there's actually like a seating area outside. It's a really nice patio area, and you can sit there and have lunch. And there was so many options for lunch, and they had a lot of special deals going on. So we decided might as well get lunch because we were hungry, and everything we had was so amazing. We all got some sandwiches, and then when it came time to the dessert was even better. We all ordered different kinds of like cheesecakes and cakes. I think we ordered the key lime pie, the strawberry shortcake, and then the berry crumble cheesecake. Literally all of them were so amazing. This place is so good. And also that street is also very good as well to walk around on. After we ate, we walked around that street, and there's a bunch of little like stores and like shops, ice creams, cafes, bakeries. There was one bakery we went to, it was like Nancy's Pastries, and they were really delicious. So the next place is called like Mill Catherine. We actually just happened to stumble upon this bunch of restaurants on that street. I don't know if that's more touristy that area or not, but literally every single patio like restaurant was so packed. So we were just walking around that street and we came across this little like boutique shop. I'm not sure what the boutique shop was called, but it was right beside this like Mill Catherine place. So my family went to the Catherine place, and I went to like the little shop, and I ended up buying these little art prints, and they're by Lil Graffiti, and Lil Graffiti actually has a store. So I highly recommend going to their store if you want some like cute art prints and posters and just like postcards. My family was in the Mill Catherine place, and apparently they have like ice cream and desserts. And Maria and Stefan got a dipped cone and they said it was really good. I didn't try it, but they said it was amazing. And we usually go to La Dipperie, and that's another place I want to talk about. That place is really good, but they were saying this place was actually better than that place. Like their chocolate was way better. Next time I'm gonna definitely try it. I didn't get it because we were literally going to this ice cream place after. Speaking of La Dipperie, that place I love so much. It's like a very thin dipped chocolate, and when you go in, I think it's only vanilla ice cream, and they have like 20 to 30 different dips. So they have like orange, maple, s'mores, coffee, like espresso, like all those different kind of flavored chocolate dips, and then you can get like different toppings on it. Definitely recommend going there. Another really good ice cream place is called Creme Kebab. This is apparently the most famous ice cream in Montreal, so I really wanted to try it. I was not aware of the lines that occur when you go there. You're automatically bound to stand in a line that's at least 20 minutes long, and I thought like it was just like a swirled ice cream place. You can get whatever flavor, because on Instagram they have like so many different flavors. How it works when you get there is they have like a specialty flavor, so I don't know how often it changes, but when we went, I think it was coconut mango, and then they also have scooped ice creams, and their scooped ice cream, like specialty one, is salted butter, which is supposed to be similar to like a salted caramel. So my sister got a scooped one, so she got salted butter and banana. I got like the swirl ice cream just to try it. My sister was saying like that salted butter ice cream is like the best thing ever. Another place I went to, talking about ice cream again, is Noble Cafe. I was seeing pictures of this all over Instagram, the espresso ice cream. I was very excited to go to this place. We were walking around like Montreal and St. Denis. It was like a walkable distance. I think it was like 10 minutes from St. Denis. And when we got there, it was like a corner little shop. I expected it to be like an actual like walk-in sit down place, and it's like a window, and you go in the window and you like order. And I go to order the espresso ice cream and they were out of it, and I was like so heartbroken. I'm like, we just walked all this way for no reason. But instead you can get a cold brew coffee with the ice cream, and they actually have vanilla or coffee ice cream. Definitely recommend the coffee ice cream. So I got the coffee ice cream and the cold brew coffee, so instead of the typical hot espresso ice cream and cold coffee, which I kind of like better, because then your ice cream doesn't dissolve into your coffee. It's not really soft, the ice cream, it's kind of icy. So my dad got 2 cones from my sisters, and they didn't like how it was so like icy, but it tastes good in the coffee. Speaking of more cafes, I've never gone to this place, but I definitely want to go to it next time we go, because I hear so many good things about it. And it's called Piccolo Espresso Bar. Apparently it's just like a really chill place to go. It's kind of like Tommy. They have 2 floors, and apparently the top floor is better. Assuming it's just like a little coffee house. Definitely want to try that though, because I hear so many good things about it. The one place I talked about last time was Smoking Barbecue, but I've only talked about it because we went to the food truck, but I knew they have a restaurant. So this time around we finally went to the restaurant, and I've been wanting to retry it. And this place is honestly so good. I think they have some of like the best barbecue food. This has become our new favorite place to go to for dinner, and it's called like Scartoli's. Don't know how to really pronounce it, but this place is outside of Montreal. I think it's like 20 minutes from downtown Montreal, and it was near a hotel that we were staying at, and we had no idea where to go for dinner. Stay usually 20 minutes outside of Montreal, so we didn't want to drive back to the town to like get dinner because it was like really late at night. I wanted pizza or like pasta. So we were asking the front desk where are good places near us that we can go to, and they recommended this place. And honestly, it is so delicious. So big inside. I think they only have the 1 location. If you do go, I would definitely call to make a reservation, just because it's so packed. Every time we've gone, we've always made a reservation. So delicious. Everything we got was so good. We got almost every single appetizer on the menu. The pizza is really good. It's not like traditional Italian pizza, which I kind of don't like, but the pizza itself is good. And then the pastas are amazing. At your table, they give you an entire loaf of bread or like a baguette, and they cut it for you, and it's like hot and fresh. If you have a car and you're willing to drive 20 minutes, definitely recommend going to it. Next 2 places are 2 places I've never gone to, but they're apparently very popular and good places to go to for dinner or even for brunch. So I definitely want to try these out. So apparently this place is very small, but it's like very homey and like warm. That's how people describe it. And the food is apparently amazing. I just heard a lot of good things about it, so I definitely would want to try it out. And then the next one is Olive et tomorrow. Apparently this is more of like a brunch place, like it's very popular for brunch, but you can also do dinner. Speaking of things to do while you're there, other than like walking around the streets and just exploring like the city, one thing we really like to do is go to like the farmer markets that are there. I talked about Jean Tallion before, and that one's like a huge market. It's like indoor and outdoor. There's like restaurants there and like bakeries and a bunch of stuff, so much fresh fruit. And then another one we went to was Atwater Market, and personally people say Atwater Market is better, but I really did like Jean Tallion better. I just thought Jean Tallion was bigger and had like more of a variety. I feel like Atwater Market is more for like locals, so I think it's good as if you're like a local, because there's more things to do with like fresh meats, things that you have to buy like and cook. You can't just like buy and like eat with and take with you. Atwater Market has the Premier Maison bakery, which is an amazing bakery, and they have one there and they have so many good things there. So if you're want to go to the bakery and the market, you hit both of them. Another place we went to recently was like the botanical garden slash biodome. I think it's called like the BioLife Space Center. So we went last summer, and when you go, there's like a package you can buy that you can go to all 4 centers, and you don't have to do them all at once. So you can do like the biodome one day, the garden the other, and I think it lasts for a year. So that's what we did. So we did 3 of them, and then this year we're gonna have to use up, we didn't go to the planetarium, so we're gonna have to use that one up this year. If you're gonna only go one, I definitely recommend the garden. We spent the entire day in the garden. There's so much to do there, and there's also like an indoor botanical garden, and there's like the outdoor garden. So the inside is where they have all like the cacti and those like really exotic plants, and it's never ending. We kept going through door after door after door. I'm like, oh my gosh, this building is humongous, and we almost didn't go inside because we thought it was like a gift shop. Like outside garden part has like different sections. So there's like the Chinese garden, the Japanese garden, the native garden, and there's like 2 other sections. And then there's usually like an art exhibit part where like different artists come and like put like some kind of like art piece there, or like exhibit to do with like nature. So when we went, it was something to do with like tree branches, and these tree branches made like a tunnel. The biodome is kind of like, to me it's kind of like a zoo, or different bio life, different places in Canada. So there's like the cold, the jungle of Canada, and like you just go in these different like environments. So it's like hot, and then it's cold, and then it's like the ocean side of it, and that was really cool. But to me it was kind of just like a zoo, and like I can go to like the zoo where I live. Inside the garden there's also like an insectarium where it's like a building full of bugs. I don't like bugs, but we went inside anyways. And then outside there's a little cart where you can actually buy bugs to eat, and if you're into that, try that out. And then the typical old Montreal and old Port of Montreal. Old Montreal, if you want to go on like the main street with like all the shops, I think it's called St. Paul, then you can walk to the old port from Old Montreal. I think it's like not even 10 minutes. And the old Port of Montreal, I definitely recommend going on a weekend though. Weekends are more busy, but there's so much stuff that goes on. There's usually like food trucks and like little vendors that are open more on the weekends than the weekdays. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have to cover for now. Maybe there'll be a part 3 sometime in the future when I go again and discover more things. That is everything for this video. So if you like to give it a thumbs up, and if you have ever gone to Montreal or you're from Montreal, comment down below places that you love to visit, or places you love to eat, or things you like to do, so I can get more recommendations. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for now. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.